Hey everybody, it is Mitch back with the School of Hot Takes, giving you a recap of Thursday's NFL game between the 49ers and the Seahawks. It was a pretty okay game, not anything great, division matchup. It wasn't a thriller like I think a lot of people were thinking. Ended up with the 49ers winning 36 to 24. I think that was kind of like the consensus that the 49ers were going to come into this and win. But I think some people were thinking maybe the Seahawks could cause that little upset. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't as good, at least from my perspective, wasn't as good as what others were maybe expecting or hoping for. Starting off with the Seahawks, they just looked not great overall. I mean, putting up 24 points is still a good game. Don't get me wrong, but Geno Smith didn't look great out there. He was making bad passes, a lot of contested balls, basically. Threw 2 picks. He did have a touchdown, but yeah, just not a great night from Geno overall. Kenneth Walker as well just looked bad out there. 14 rush attempts, 32 yards. He did get a rushing touchdown, but just not good. Not a good performance whatsoever. Tyler Lockett had a touchdown. He did all right. The receiving core for Seahawks, like I said, a lot of the passes to them were in contested areas. A lot of 50-50 balls, essentially, were, in tight coverage. No one really stuck out or did better than anyone else. Everyone was right around the same area. I think 3 wide receivers had 60 yards total. 3 different receivers each had 60 yards. So not great receiving wise for the Seahawks. Just overall average performance, I'd say. Their defense as well. No interceptions, no sacks. They weren't really pressuring Purdy. It was just not a great performance overall from the Seahawks. They got to do better here to make a case for themselves for the playoffs coming up later in the season. I don't think they'll be contesting for the division title at this point. I don't know if the 49ers are still going to wrap it up and are guaranteed to have it, but yeah, I don't see the Seahawks getting the division title. But moving on to the 49ers, they looked a lot better than they have in previous weeks. I know they have Debo back. They're still dealing with some injuries, but a lot of their guys have come back now. Brock Purdy looked really good out there. 3 touchdowns, wasn't making any bad passes. 250 yards. I mean, great performance from Purdy. I'm a big Purdy supporter, so I'm glad he had a good day. Debo had only 3 catches this game, which, I mean, is as good of a caliber wide receiver he is. It's sometimes you have those days where it's just, only end up with 3 catches, but he was able to turn that into a touchdown, had quite a few flashy plays with those catches. George Kittle as well had a good game, 5 catches, 2 touchdowns. He was doing really well out there. Yeah, not too bad from the 49ers offense. It wasn't anything super flashy, but this is a good performance. They were able to, drive the ball downfield, score, and no turnovers, basically. So they looked really well. The defense as well, like I said, had 2 interceptions. They were doing really good in coverage, shutting down Geno Smith, basically, for passing. Just didn't let him get the ball off, or if he was throwing, they were in contested areas. So overall, 49ers looked good. If they can continue to play like this for the rest of the season, I think they'll be contenders for the division title and make a strong case in the playoffs, as they have been in recent years. Not too concerned about the 49ers once they get their injury report down and get those players back. But yeah, that was just my thoughts on the Thursday night game. Make sure to subscribe, check out our podcast episodes. and check out everyone else's content that we are putting up. I'll be back next week, and see you later.